What a treat. The nation's oldest continuously occupied European city, usually people say it's the oldest city in the U.S., St. Augustine, Florida, is going to meet an electric vehicle with FSD. So here comes our 2025 Tesla Model 3 long range, and we are going to visit St. Augustine. So we're going to leave from where we are, and our first stop is going to be the Castillo de San Marcos. I'm going to say the words wrong, and I apologize up front. So here we go to the fort that was constructed by the Spanish here. Let's take a ride. Here we go. We are going to exit this property. It is nicely doing this, by the way, as it's going to head for the front gate. So it does have a gate here, and we'll see how it negotiates that gate.
500 feet, turn right onto A1E South.
By the way, the skies look ominous. They're very dark. All right, we are coming to this gate here, and the car's slowing down really nicely, isn't it? So it's slowed down. It's gone over a speed hump. The gate is up, and there we go. Nice job. Now we're going to make a right here because it's one way. We have to make sure there's no bikes and no pedestrians. The car stopped nicely, by the way, and it's looked both ways for me. And don't go now, please, and it didn't. It has nicely maneuvered, by the way. We're going down the one lane, which I didn't know, and the car got over here to the left lane very, very nicely. And you could see here, we are on a barrier island called Anastasia Island, named after, I believe, the Queen of Spain at the time Pedro Menendez came here. St. Augustine was originally discovered or founded, I guess founded is a better word, by Pedro Menendez in 1565, so well before Jamestown or other places here in the United States. And of course, the lore eventually would be when Ponce de Leon looked for the Fountain of Youth. We're going to go visit the Fountain of Youth during this trip. So the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to merge from two to one lane. We need to be on the right-hand side. We'll see if the car does that well. And then we're going to cross the Bridge of Lions. I have always found that FSD loves left lanes, and today's trip is no different. I am actually been in the left lane, very, very slow. There's been no one in the right lane at all. I have over 3 miles before I need to make my turn, but it stayed in the left lane. I really don't know why. I take it back, FSD. There was something, you can't see it, but there was something going on in the right lane, and I think that's why it stayed in the left lane. Ahead, if you can see, there is a beautiful lighthouse. We may or may not stop at that lighthouse on the way back. We are coming to the amphitheater in St. Augustine. By the way, they get some amazing acts here, and I did see the Beach Boys recently here at the amphitheater. It's a beautiful location. So this is an EV FSD drive, though I'm giving you a bit of a tour of St. Augustine, Florida. So here we come. On the right is the amphitheater direction. We are getting in the right lane. Now, this is a big deal if we stay here, because this will go down into one lane, and in order to cross the bridge to leave this island, we need to be in the right lane. So, so far so good. The alligator farm is over there. This place is always packed. So the alligator farm in St. Augustine. We have gotten into the left lane, even though I was hoping we would stay in the right lane. And we are coming up to the bridge in a very short distance, and we'll make a right at that bridge. We need to be in the right lane, as I mentioned, because this lane will go away. and we are getting into the right-hand lane. Awesome. Let's see what happens. So here is the single lane leading over the bridge. So we're leaving Anastasia Island and heading to downtown St. Augustine. It's not a very large. This is what's called the Bridge of Lions. On the other end are a couple of lions statues. Let's see what we could see out here. So there is the bay, and believe it or not, I see a sunken boat. I don't know if you see that out there. And we're going to make a right-hand turn coming up. Here's a beautiful downtown St. Augustine. So we'll make a right-hand turn here on Avenida Menendez. If you remember, I mentioned Pedro Menendez to you. So here we go. We're going to make this right-hand turn. So far, the car, to be quite honest with you, has been flawless. No wooden here to knock on, but so far so good. So here comes our right turn. And we will be at the Castillo shortly. We have a yield. Nice, really, really nice. There's the bayfront here. Here's somebody open their door onto the street. And straight ahead is the Castillo. And I'll try to give you a little bit of a view of it before we go to our next location. So here is the Castillo de San Marcos, or Marcos, and there it is in front of us. I'm going to go ahead in here, and then I'm going to go to our next location. We made a right on red. What a beautiful drive, by the way. Nice. We are now already leaving the Castillo, and we are heading to the mission Nombre de Dios. I apologize very, very much for my poor Spanish. And let's see how we do. So we're going to leave the Castillo.
Now turn right onto South Castillo Drive.
By the way, there's a thing called the Night of Lights in St. Augustine that is just beautiful with all this lit up around Christmas time. So let's see how we leave here. It looks like this gentleman is going to let me in. And I thank them. There's some downtown. And so we are still on the Menendez, Avenue Menendez, or Avenida Menendez. The city gates for St. Augustine are on the left. I don't know if I'm going to get them. Yeah, there they are. If you could see the coquina type walls there, or post, that is the city gates, the original one. So we continue to go. This is a very crowded area. Let's see how we do. So I'm going to tell you what happened here. The lights were flashing. The car stopped just as somebody put their foot into the street. Absolutely amazing. This is one of the best FSD drives ever. On the right is the mission I had mentioned. This is where the first Catholic Mass in the United States was celebrated, was here. So we're going to turn into it, and before we go to our next location, I have a big surprise for you. We're going to the Fountain of Youth. If any of you saw the movie, My Cousin Vinny, maybe it's the Fountain of Youth. But here we go. So we will be leaving the mission here. Beautiful, by the way, out there. Looks really, really nice on the bay. All righty, here we go. Let's see which way we go here. Leaving the mission. Perfect turn. We're going to go out to a relatively crowded street, by the way. We're going to make a right turn here.
Now turn right onto San Marcos.
I don't know if I'll capture properly the picture, but the street the Fountain of Youth on is just probably one of the prettiest streets in all of the United States. We're pulling out and we're making a right. As I said, it's a relatively busy street, but today things are pretty good. Let's see when we make this turn. Fountain of Youth will be on the right-hand side eventually. Here's an old jalopy. And look at this. We have a prisoner in front of us. Here is the street I wanted to show you. So though it's not about FSD here, this is just so beautiful, isn't it? I hope you guys enjoy it. And to the left, where those people are walking, is in fact the Fountain of Youth. So it's right over here. Those walls are made of something called coquina, which is kind of a shell-like material. And let's go here. And I really hope you enjoy this particular street with me. And there's Peacocks. How is that? How beautiful is that? Look at those peacocks.
Now your destination is on the left.
I think I'm going to let him walk across the street. And him also. Well, the next one is going to be interesting. It's the oldest house museum in downtown St. Augustine. I think this will be the most difficult navigation for FSD, as there's a lot of small streets, etc. So here I go, and here you go with me. This is so beautiful, and the peacocks are behind me. Okay, FSD is coming out now here to make a left. I think it's a very difficult left to make. There's no light, definitely unprotected. Rather busy street, since the Fountain of Youth is on it. The Mission is on it. The Castillo is on it. We are pulling out on the street here, and let's see what happens. Here we go. So far, so good. So we are now on, again, that Avenida Menendez, and we've already been to several of these places as we continue this EV FSD sightseeing trip. Road work ahead. So we're heading into what's known as the Old City here in St. Augustine. So this will get much more crowded as we move in. Where we are, there's 2 lanes. By the way, Ripley's, believe it or not, is on the left here. There's 2 lanes. We're going to make a right turn in just about a mile. So we'll eventually need to get into the right lane. Again, we're coming to the most busy area of St. Augustine, Florida. I might try to get a better shot for you of the city gates over here on the right, if possible. There they are. So there are the city gates for St. Augustine, Florida. Marina on the left. And we are now very, very close to the busiest of areas here. So on the right is the Old City. Over there is the Castillo. Let me leave this on for you a bit as we drive through. There's the bridge we came over, the Bridge of Lions. I have not had any interventions in this car, by the way. Here's a gentleman standing, and I was hoping he didn't come out in the street, and he didn't. So we're heading past those green lights ahead, and then we're going to make a right turn. The car is in the correct lane because the left lane is left only, the right lane is right only, and we are going straight for about 4/10 of a mile as we get to this oldest house. So here we go. I don't know how it'll maneuver this. Let's see what happens here. 3/10 of a mile. We're going to make a right turn. We're right on the marina. The old city is over here with cobblestone streets, etc. Pedestrian crosswalk. We really slow down so nicely. They are very careful, very safety conscious. We're going around here. There's a Coast Guard station right up ahead here. You can see the U.S. flag, and under it is the Florida state flag. Where we're going is over here somewhere on the right.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Charlotte Street.
We're going to make a right shortly. I think I was wrong. I said, no, I'm correct. So here we go. Make a right. There's a car coming there. We're going straight. Perfect. And here's the oldest house here on the right. Nice maneuvering, really nice. We are now about to head for the Lighthouse Park. So we're going back on the island. Let's see how we get out of this neighborhood. We've just left the oldest house, and I mean, you've noticed the car has been flawless. FSD has been flawless in this drive.
Now turn left onto San Salvador Street.
We're going to go down some relatively narrow streets, one or two here, so let's see how we do. Here's our first one. So we're going to make a left here, and I'm sorry, you can see the car is, the streets are not exactly flat. So let's see if we pull out a little bit, and we are pulling out. It's a one-way, oh, we're going through here. I did not see this coming.
Now turn left onto Marine Street.
Nice, nice. I hope we're gonna just pull out slowly here, please. And it is so far, car coming. There's another car on the left. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. It looks like the car sees it, but I didn't. And oh my God, that is so nice. So nice. So much better than I would do driving this car. So let's see where we're going to go next. I think we're going to go down another small area. Then we're going to head over the bridge again.
Turn right onto Avenida Menendez.
So we will be leaving
Now turn
here.
right onto Avenida Menendez.
The oldest house we left is over in that area. You could see these small streets. The car has been just great in these small streets here. We're going to go around here and then head over the bridge again. There's the bridge. See you soon. Well, there's no turn on red here. I don't know if the car sees no turn on red, but we'll find out. We'll say goodbye to St. Augustine. There's the plaza over there, the Central Plaza. So we are leaving downtown St. Augustine. We're making a right. There is no right on red. The car is not making a right on red. Here we go over the bridge. So far, so good. I didn't time this well. There's a red light, means the bridge is going up, and I see a sailboat coming. I don't know if you could see over there. There is a pirate ship. So we're going to be stuck here a bit. It's 11:35. I thought the bridge was every half hour, but perhaps I missed it. And as I said, I see a sailboat coming with a rather large mast over there. While I wait for the bridge, how do you guys like this? I'd be interested in any comments that you have below for a combination of FSD and a little bit of sightseeing. But you could see it's pretty easy to sightsee with this car and go from place to place. I'm going to try one more trip, I think, while I'm around here to what I would consider the most congested, narrow, difficult areas to drive around. So I'll give that a try. We are now coming over the bridge,
Right onto Anastasia.
and I'm going to make a left in a bit to the lighthouse that I showed you before when we began this trip. We are now on Anastasia Island again, so we've left the old city. And we're going to make a left, so let's see where the car is pretty good at always staying in the left. We have a pedestrian crossing here coming up. Usually if the light is flashing, it is not. So we're doing fine, going through that. See a lot of traffic here, thanks to the bridge being up. So in a mile, we're going to make a left turn. The speed limit's 30, becoming 40. And it became 40, and there we go. So we have a red light here. We'll stop for that. We are getting close to making our left turn for the lighthouse. The alligator farm is up on the right a bit. The lighthouse is going to be over here on the left. Just right now, everything is fine. Let me just show you the lighthouse. There it is. It's not a horrible day as far as heat for July in Florida, by the way. It's kind of comfortable right now. It's been a few showers, which helps. So here we go to make our left turn. When we leave the lighthouse, it'll be, I think, our most difficult turn to turn left back onto this road. So we'll see how that goes.
Now turn left onto Old Quarry Road.
So here we go. We're going to make a left. You see there's a pretty good amount of incoming or oncoming or whatever coming traffic here. And after a couple of cars, we are ready to make our left. All right. So we are at the Lighthouse Park. And so we're going to go to our last visit here for today. I am going to leave here. And all I care about here is there's an unprotected left turn that is very, very difficult to do typically. Let's see how we do it. Well, there is the lighthouse that we're leaving. I had a bit of a camera malfunction, but let's give this a try. So here we go. So I'm going to go up here 0.2 of a mile. We're going to make a left, and as I said, it's typically not an easy left at all to make.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Anastasia Boulevard.
Slowed down greatly there, I guess, for this curve. I can't complain about safety,
now turn
ever.
left onto Anastasia Boulevard.
So there's traffic coming on the left, traffic on the right. It's a 4-lane road. We're pulling out a little bit here. There's a car in front of me. Let's see what we do here. There's some opening. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. What a great way to end today's trip. We're going to take a ride down the beach also in a few days and let you see that. But wow, I'm just so happy about this particular drive, everything about it. And thank you so much, everybody, for watching it. I think this has been depending on how I edit it, a relatively long video. And I really hope you guys enjoy it.